Good afternoon. Hi, Mike. I'm good. After a long battle, about a 4 or 5 month battle, actually, we've decided on making Trevor Siemian our quarterback. That being said, both guys competed hard. Both guys wanted the job. I was pleased with both guys, but overall, the operation of the entire offense, decision-making, ball placement was more consistent with Trevor. That's why he won the job. I met with those guys this morning. They understood that. We just finished our team meeting, so everyone's on the same page. We're all going to support Pax moving forward. He's a young player. He's got a bright future still. And in my opinion, we have 2 quarterbacks. Most teams can't say that, and I truly believe that we do have 2 guys. So whoever would have played, I would have felt comfortable with, but Trevor was more consistent with what we asked those guys to do as a starting quarterback. Questions?
Aside from injury, is there any other set of circumstances that would take Trevor out of that role this year?
No. It's a huge deal to name a starter at any position. So it's a permanent decision. Now, obviously, outside of injury, that's different. But as far as Trevor being our guy, he's our guy. That's why time was not a issue. It was just getting it right, so we're not backpedaling in 2 weeks. So Trevor is the guy.
Vance, when training camp started, John Elway said, when you make your decision, he said, I believe there will be a clear-cut winner.
Yes.
Was Siemian the clear-cut winner?
Yes, he was. When you watch, all of the game tape from the last 2 weeks and the training camp and OTAs, it was a full evaluation. He was the clear-cut winner. That being said, I mean, Trevor had a chance to be an NFL starter, for a whole year and to face NFL defenses, and Paxton has not had that chance. So he had a up as far as the experience part. So, yeah, I mean, it was separation.
Vance, how did both Trevor and Paxton take the news?
Well, Trevor was obviously excited. I mean, that's a huge deal for him, being a 7th-round pick and being an NFL starter, and winning the job 2 weeks and 2 years in a row. That's a tough deal, and Paxton disappointed, but he understood. He's going to support Trevor, and moving forward, he knows that he's one play from playing. So, he can't lose his enthusiasm to, keep getting better as a quarterback. And that's a big deal for him. Just keep his focus and be a good teammate and keep working.
When did you make the decision? Was there a meeting with other people in the front office, whether it was John or the other coaches?
Absolutely. It was our decision. It wasn't solely mine. With John, Matt Russell, Mike, Billy Muss, so it was our decision.
Vance, this offense was supposed to play better to Paxton's strengths.
Sure.
So what's holding him back?
What's holding him back is probably experience. It's tough to play quarterback in this league. A lot goes into it, and it's not simply about how tall you are or your arm strength, how fast you run. It's a lot of it's different factors that go into being an NFL quarterback. As far as the system, Mike built the system for both guys. So it wasn't built for Paxton, it was built for the quarterback. So what's holding him back is probably experience.
What do you want to see from Trevor now that he's the guy in terms of kind of taking the reins, being in charge? I mean, what's now the next step for him?
Well, as far as taking the reins, I want Trevor to be himself. He's a bright guy. He's focused. Trevor gets no credit for being a guy with a great arm. He's got a great arm, and that's never been talked about, as far as Trevor's arm talent. But he's got a great arm. Just be yourself, Trevor. Use your weapons. Be a leader and play good football for us. Just be Trevor. That's all we want.
Was there a point where, was it close, and then was there a point for you where it really broke off? You said when there was a divide, you were going to call it out.
Yeah. It was close, in my opinion, probably mid-camp, when Paxton was making, huge strides, fast. But I said the games were going to be, an important piece, and the games were. And in my opinion, Trevor played better than Paxton in the actual games.
How can Paxton continue to develop without playing them, without getting that playing experience?
Well, that's on the coaches, and that's doing practice, and that's doing the shape of the week, and it's tough, when you're a backup to gain game experience. You can't, because you're the backup player. But as far as how we coach him, that won't change, and as far as his reps in practice, that won't change. So the more he plays, the better he will be as a quarterback.
When a team takes a guy in the first round, I think it's safe to say there's an expectation the guy's going to play pretty quickly. From an organizational standpoint,
Right.
Is it somewhat disappointing that your first round pick has now lost the job 2 years in a row?
I would say no, because it's a performance-based business, not potential. We're playing Green Bay this week, and Aaron Rodgers didn't play for a long time. Now, it's behind far a real guy like that, but still, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I mean, he's a guy with rare talent, and with time, he will be a good quarterback. But right now, I think Trevor's the best guy for our team. Now if he played this year in week 6 or 7, it could be different. But at this moment right now, Trevor's the best guy for our team moving forward.
Vance, how important was it to make this decision before Saturday's game so that everybody on the team knows going into that third preseason game?
It was important, and again, it was separation. So it was time to make the decision for everyone, for those two guys and for the team and for the coaches. So, yeah, I mean, it was definitely important. Your third game in preseason is the game that you use as a gauge for your in-season game planning. So, absolutely, it was important to make it now, if it was clear, and it was.
And just to clarify, when was the official decision made?
Today. Yeah.
Coach, is there any concern? Coach, is there any concern about Paxton checking out? Do you have a plan for him to stay dialed in?
No. He's going to be fine. He has great teammates. Trevor and Paxton are really close. They're buddies. So I don't foresee him checking out. We have great coaches on this staff, and to keep him involved, won't be hard. Again, he's one play from playing again. I mean, every guy on our team who's a backup who battled for a job, it's disappointing. Absolutely it is. But you're one play from being back into action. And when he plays again, okay, it's going to be obviously important. So who knows when he plays, but when he does, it's going to be critical. He plays well.
Is Paxton in a backup battle with Slaughter?
He is not.
Vance, how did the team react? You talked about how Paxton and Trevor reacted. How did the team react?
The team was okay, Obviously, they knew it was going to come down, eventually. So they're prepared for it, and and watching the reactions in the room, it wasn't a wild surprise kind of. It was kind of, okay, Trevor's the guy. We're going to support Trevor Impact and move forward.
When you made the decision, was there a lot of discussion amongst the group, or was it pretty obvious to everyone, Simeon's the guy?
It was discussion, because, obviously it was a 4 to 5 month evaluation, and when you watch Paxton's physical traits, they're fun to watch. So for a coach, they have a 6'5" guy with a big arm who can run zone read and scramble, and that's exciting for us. So it was close.
So what is the plan for the third preseason game? Is it Trevor will play the first half?
Trevor will play the first half, and the second half will be all Paxton probably.
Vance, when Paxton was drafted, the consensus among scouts was that, he's a project, be 2-3 years, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Ready. Do you think he's right where he should be on his developmental work?
I can't say, I can't say that, but, he is a guy that's, again, has rare talent, and he works at it. He does work at it, and some guys need more time. I mean, he's a young player, so in a year or two, he may be ready to take over the reins, but right now he's not. But, that's hard to answer. It's hard to answer.
Do you expect Trevor to blossom now that this competition's over? He's won the job, 2 different coaching staffs, 2 different playbooks, so to speak.
Absolutely. I think Trevor gets no credit again for his arm talent. He won 9 games last year, and probably could have won 10 or 11. So I'm excited about Trevor protecting him more than we did last year, running the football better, and continue to play great defense. I think he fits the bill for us.
Can a coach ever
make a decision other than, especially at quarterback, who gives you the best chance to win the next game?
You can't. It's all about performance, not potential. And Trevor is ready to lead our football team. You know, we've got, you know, 2 receivers that are, you know, all pro caliber. We've got a great backfield. We fixed the offensive line. So we need a guy who can operate, you know, at a high level all the time.
In your mind, do you think Trevor doesn't get the credit because he is a 7th-round pick?
Absolutely. Absolutely, he does not get the credit. But you watch Trevor play the position, and I've talked to numerous NFL coaches, and it's all the same. He's a pretty good quarterback in this league.
Is your number 3 quarterback in the building right now, do you think likely to be in your building in light of Chad Kelly being hurt and
Right.
Sloter,
Well, we're going to carry only 2 on the roster. So the third guy is in the building right now. I think it's Kyle. And hopefully it's Kyle.
Did you make any other decisions on the line yet regarding this week? Regarding
Garrett Bowles is going to be the left tackle for sure. I mean, he's won that job. But the left guard is still open between Max Garcia and Barber. You know, so those guys will split time this week in the first half and probably some in the third quarter.
Anything else for the coach?
And it's not you're not thinking of moving Leary?
We're not. Nope.
He's set.
He's played really well at right, so he'll be right for right now.
Vance, did you meet with both quarterbacks and give them the word personally, and how did they react?
I did. You know, Trevor again excited, Paxton disappointed, but they were both in good spirits. You know, Paxton was happy for Trevor. You know, Trevor's got to support Paxton. So again, they're 2 good guys. You know, and it's hard. You know, I've been there before, and that's difficult when you work, and don't win the job. It's disappointing.
Did you find during the preseason games and going forward, will there be a difference in the way you call plays depending on who the quarterback is?
Yeah, I would say so. You know, but you know, every game plan is going to be different. But I would say so because you know, Paxton and Trevor's strengths are so different. You know, so. You know, what Trevor's good at, Paxton wasn't as good at, you know, and obviously Paxton being a move guy with boots and zone read stuff, that's not Trevor's deal. So absolutely, it's going to be different game plans per opponent and per player.
Trevor was characterized as a fairly conservative quarterback last year, akin to his nature, if you will. Do you see that happening again this year, or do you think you might open things up a little bit more?
I don't see that at all, you know. And watching him last year, I didn't see that. It's different offense last year. It was more of a West Coast offense. It was more of a touchdown, check down offense, and more of a power run game, you know, a zone run game. So, you know, this deal's different. It's more one back. It's more spread stuff. So naturally, he's going to be more aggressive because of the play calls.
Do you have a plan for how much Jamal Charles will play?
Jamal's going to play a lot this week. I'm not sure how much. A lot.
Will he play next week, Vance?
Probably not. Probably not. It's gonna be Jamal's shot to go do his thing. He knows it. He's ready.
Will practices reflect the decision with Trevor, meaning he'll get more reps? It's game just like regular
Trevor?
season? Trevor, yeah.
He's a starter. He goes with the 1s. Paxton goes with the 2s.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.